Hey everyone, and welcome to a game called Orwell. Uh, I am guessing that this is based off of the author of books like Animal Farm in 1984 by George Orwell. And there is, and well, that's because it's called Orwell. And just looking at the game, well, I know very little about it. I just glanced at the Steam store. It was like, hey, this looks pretty cool. Let's play it. And so that's what I did. Here we are. Let's get started. So please create a profile. Profile 1. Create. Congratulations, you have been selected for the Orwell test phase. Please create a profile picture. Okay. Who do I want? Okay, that's not. Yeah. Who do I want to be? Okay. Well, one, I'm a dude. So I guess we can go ahead and cross out some of these options. Who do I want to go as? Let's go as the old guy. Okay. Enter your name. We'll go with George. George Orwell. That's what I'm feeling. Oh. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. So I'll actually cut this part out real quick. So, please agree to the following terms. Step 33. I am aware that my actions may severely impact the lives of citizens of the nation. I will work thoroughly and judge objectively in the best of my belief, and while working I will adhere to the laws and jurisdiction of the nation. I agree to the terms stated above. Actually, okay. I wonder if you can finish without agreeing. I don't know, but we'll go with this for now. Thank you for ensuring the safety of the nation's people. Your registration is now complete. Logging in. Okay. This is pretty cool so far. I'm liking the entire aesthetic of it. Freedom Plaza, April 12th, 2017. Okay, looks like we're watching some people. Okay. Okay. Huh. No record on those guys. I wonder if that's standard for a lot of cases. Yeah. I've never read the books, and I don't know if there's like a movie or anything either, but I haven't read like any form of media about 1984 or any of George Orwell's books. I'm hoping that I do eventually, because they do seem really interesting for what I do know about them. And for those of you who don't know, it's about 1984 at least, I think, is about a kind of a authoritarian society, about how like there is no privacy, entire like Big Brother idea. There is no, okay, never mind, we'll go back to that later. Oh, we're under attack. Okay, what's happening? Oh no. Episode 1, the clocks were striking 13. Okay. Ooh, I'm a little nervous now. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Symes. Okay. You're online. Good. Call me Symes. I will be your advisor on Orwell. Together we will form both the first and the last line of defense against terrorism. Good. Terrorism's never a good thing. Hate terrorism. Oh, shoot. I just skipped that. Normally, congratulations would be in order, but as you can see from that footage, there has been an incident. So let's get started. I've activated the reader tool for you. Its purpose is storing bookmarks to online websites and documents for easy access, and to highlight when there is new information to be investigated. Excuse me. First, I want you to be informed of the situation. Our leading newspaper, the National Beholder, will bring you up to speed. Okay. Let's read. Headlines. Oh wow. Given the fact that it's still low. Okay. How long is this? Feel free to browse the National Beholder. I've activated the profiler. Open the unknown person file once you're done. Okay. Okay, so that's just that. Okay, let's read these first. First off, we'll go with the bomb. How much is there? Okay, there's not a lot. The explosion obliterated the Freedom Memorial in Bonton. Bonton? Bunton? I'm gonna go with Bunton because that's easiest to say, even though it's probably more like Bonton or Bonton. No, I'll go with Bonton. If that's what's right, that's what's right. Leaving nothing but rubble behind. Photo UNP. Man. Bonton. At approximately 7:50 on Wednesday evening, an explosive device detonated at the Freedom Plaza in Bonton. According to official police reports, 3 people were killed and at least 5 bystanders were severely wounded. The Freedom Memorial was nearly completely destroyed. Police forces closed off the area immediately. Experts believe the attack was an act of terror, with police confirming that the explosive device was homemade and triggered from a short distance away using a cell phone signal. Police reports also confirmed that several hours earlier, an anonymous letter containing the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song, is it Die or Die? I'm gonna butcher it regardless. Die Gedanken sind frei. The thoughts are free. Had reached local authorities. Germans, if you somehow manage to stumble across this video, feel free to correct me. Prime Minister Blaine immediately issued a public press statement firmly condemning the assault and put the nation on high alert until the perpetrators have been brought to justice. Okay. Negotiations in Triflith failed. Pargesian president aborts negotiations with opposition violent riots in Triflith. Blaine encourages renewal. Violent riots are all too common in the shattered city of Triflith. Man, I am butchering some of these names. Peace negotiations in the riot-ridden Pargesian's capital city Triflith had been aborted without any result last night. Independent sources report that President Cassart abruptly cut off communication with opposition representatives, as the latter presented a tangible plan for the organization of re-elections. The news about the premature cancellation of the negotiations caused thousands of people to resume demonstrations in the capital. It had been reported that demonstrators were wearing hoods threw incendiary material into shop windows and onto cars. The police struggled to keep the situation under control. Prime Minister Blaine stated his worries about the negative developments regarding the political situation of the neighboring country and has requested both sides to resume diplomatic discussions. So that's... yeah, okay. Movie shooting completed. 100 Grey Shadows. I guess that's 50 Shades of Grey. Hilbury, after a lengthy shoot in the hills of Bonton, self-proclaimed visionary director Sumishi Aran announced that filming of his eagerly awaited romantic drama 100 Grey Shadows has finally come to an end. Announced via his Timelines profile yesterday, the brash director said he was eager to begin post-production in the final editing stages before the conclusion to the Grey Shadow series would hit the cinemas on Valentine's Day next year. Oh, so it's a whole series. Okay. Alright, Mr. Aran. The third and final chapter in the Grey Shadow saga, previously released as being A Grey Shadow and Another Grey Shadow. What some great names. They went from 1 to 2 to 100 Grey Shadows. Like, where are all these shadows coming from? Man. Anyway, it was announced to be released almost 4 years ago, but was postponed numerous times due to production problems. Oh wow, I messed up that sentence bad. Fans have speculated that this was largely due to the breakdown of Hollywood power couple Betty Yvonne and Mike McDill, who have had long-lasting quarrels during the filming as a result. One production hand was reported to say that these spats were getting out of control, and that completion of any scene featuring both actors was nothing short of pulling teeth. When we reached out to Rhubarb Productions to get a comment, they declined the rumors and claimed them to be mere speculation. Okay. So, now we can actually progress. Unknown person. Okay, the profile holds all known information on those we investigate. The file you have opened up is for our main suspect, that we know nothing about apparently. The blue-haired woman that the CCTV footage shows before the assault is no stranger to the police. Take a look at the arrest record. Where's the... Oh, is it this? What do I... Okay, that's awesome and all, but okay. Cassandra Watergate. No, that's not whenever she was born. I was confused because this game took place in 2017. Yeah, she's not just a year old. This is probably whenever she was arrested. Highlighted elements in the record are pieces of data that are able to be extracted. We call these elements data chunks. Hovering over data chunks will reveal their relevance to the case and any connections or information it may influence. Drag and drop all data chunks from the police database into a profile to upload them to our servers. Cassandra Watergate. Okay. Let's see here. Can I find... What was her report? Suspect was arrested on site after Officer Franklin had been struck by an unknown object and became unresponsive. The protesters at the origin of the assault were forcibly moved, where the suspect was found kneeling and weeping on the ground. When asked to lay on the ground with her hands behind her back, the suspect cooperated immediately. So I wonder if she actually did it. Can I not find anything? Oh, here, I can drop a picture. I guess, yeah, I can only do what's highlighted. Very good. Pictures and names are crucial information for Orwell to identify by a person. Information documents can only become a data chunk when it can clearly be assigned to a target person. Add the reason for Miss Watergate's prior arrest that has just been unlocked. We will need this info to progress. Okay, gonna drop it, don't know exactly where it's gonna go. Background, okay. Good, with the data you just extracted from the police record, a new document can now be accessed. Do you believe in coincidence? Yes, I do. I do not, okay. Sorry. I do not. Find data revealing where she attacked the police officer and you will see what I mean. Let's go back here. Is this woman a terrorist? Woman allegedly injured a police officer 2 weeks ago remains in custody, trial scheduled for August. Okay, so this was last year, so the trial is already passed. Cassandra W., civil protester or anti-governmental terrorist? I don't know. The case that keeps the media and the public guessing. Cassandra W., pictured above, who had allegedly injured a police officer severely 2 weeks ago, is still being held in police custody. The young woman is accused of having hit the victim's head with a large brick. The incident occurred during a rampage at the Freedom Plaza as part of a demonstration against the newest amendments to the government's model project, the Safety Bill. Okay. Due to the chaotic nature of the scene, police have not yet been able to connect the crime to the accused. Cassandra W., who is an artist by profession, has denied the accusation completely and has asked her fans to show their support. A trial has now been scheduled for mid-August. The case received nationwide attention when Catherine Delacroix, Secretary of Security, labeled the alleged perpetrator alongside the other riders as anti-governmental terrorist. I'm not too sure about that one. I'm not gonna lie. One person doing a bad thing doesn't make everyone else bad, you know? Okay, so this is gonna go background. Yeah. The exact same location as the assault when she turns up there right before the explosion. Surely not a coincidence. I don't know. If it's a plaza, it's probably a popular place. Around freely, we should find out why. We should also gather more background information on her. I want to know who we're really dealing with. Okay. So this is psych, this is background. I don't know what everything else really is yet. Okay, so she's an artist. That's her occupation. yes. One who does street art by blowing memorials to pieces by any chance? I don't know, Symes. You're kind of stretching a little bit. Like, I get, like, dots are there, but that doesn't mean they're connected. At least in the way he's putting it. Found a document. Before we go on, let's clarify your job and how it affects mine. Here we go. You have extracted all the info I already knew about Miss Watergate. Starting now, I'm going into this case blind. The Orwell Ethical Codex dictates that investigators, like yourselves, are the only one allowed to access the documents of target persons. Advisors like me only get to see the data provided by the investigators. We will then draw conclusions and request actions. Okay, so he's just in my advisor, basically. But I technically have the more power, since I choose what he sees and what he doesn't. Your primary job is to provide information you deem important. Never give away incorrect or misleading data. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll tell the truth, no matter what. You may hit disable on a data chunk you do not want to pass on to Orwell. However, some data chunks might be necessary to progress on the case. Yeah, I'll do what's right, whatever that ends up meaning.